Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to see about the Nanganeri school student issue. Let's dive into the video without wasting time. 16-year-old Fawn Cox was killed in her bed. After 31 years, DNA uncovered her executioner. It was a hot, damp night in Kansas City. 16-year-old Fawn Cox had been burning the midnight oil at Universes of Fun amusement park. Her mom Beverly had gotten her and brought her home at 11 p.m., and Fawn had hit the hay. Fawn's more youthful sisters Amber and Felisa regularly rested higher up with her, yet on that hot evening, she was the only one in the house's upper story. Sooner or later during the evening, somebody got into the house through a higher-up window, perhaps by hopping on top of a pickup truck, and assaulted and choked Fawn in her bed. Semen stains were left on her sheet. Ground floor. Her family didn't hear anything. Their boisterous forced air system overwhelmed any commotion coming from higher up, and when the family canine began getting fomented, they put it down to her being pregnant. The following morning, Fawn's caution went off at 9:30 a.m. to wake her for work. At the point when she didn't switch it off, Beverly and Felisa came higher up to see what was happening. "I headed toward shake her. Please. Get up," Felisa told nearby television slot KCTV. Be that as it may, she had been away for some time. It was the morning of July 26, 1989. It would be an additional 31 years before the family figured out who had killed Fawn. Fawn was a secondary school understudy who had got her student's license only 3 days sooner. She routinely went to chapel with her family, and cherished Emmy Award music. Her crushed dad John breathed easy because of the family's confidence. "That is the main thing that is keeping us intact, realizing that I'll have the option to use the remainder of endlessness with her sometime in the not-so-distant future," he told a neighborhood paper at that point. Kansas City was stunned by the wrongdoing, yet it seemed as though it would have been immediately addressed. In August, police declared they had captured 3 teens. One was prosecuted by a fabulous jury on charges of first-degree murder, assault and homosexuality. He burned through 8 months in prison, however was delivered when DNA tests neglected to connect him to the wrongdoing decisively. Charges against the other 2 teens were likewise dropped. Police remained looking into it, following each lead, yet they wasted time. Fawn's family would not surrender. Each time they found out about a progression in DNA testing, they would push the police to involve it for Fawn's situation. They fundraised and addressed the media. They purchased announcements that went up in Kansas City. The People Group couldn't neglect Fawn by the same token. Monty Clark, a transport driver who'd driven for Fawn's congregation, assisted with raising support and endured 20 years attempting to explore the case himself. Everyone was affectionate and everyone was attempting to sort out why, who and why, he told Upper East News. Pay attention to Mamma Mia's actual wrongdoing discussions, which elements interviews with specialists on the world's most captivating, unnerving and baffling violations. Post go on beneath. Police were baffled when a hunt of joined DNA list framework, a data set containing the DNA of each and every criminal in the U.S., neglected to track down a match. Whoever killed her either has never been accused of a crime or is at this point not alive, Sergeant Benjamin Caldwell told the Kansas City Star in 2017. Individuals don't begin killing and afterward quit and avoid inconvenience, as though they tumbled off the substance of the earth. Last year, 30 years after Fawn's passing, her loved ones started gathering pledges for another bulletin, holding wagers and contests. The board went up, with a colossal photograph of Fawn's face and the words, "Do you have any idea who killed me?" It offered a $10,000 prize for tips that prompted the executioner. "We realized that someone who might be listening's carrying on with an ordinary daily routine that she never got to experience," Felisa told KCTV. "She never got to grow up and do the things that we're doing now." Amber monitored what individuals were talking about the case on the web. At the point when she saw a post about Fawn's homicide on a genuine wrongdoing site, she would thank the individual for mindful and request that they utilize their genuine name on the off chance that they had any data that could end up being useful to police. In spring this year, Amber addressed neighborhood television slot Fox 4, conceding she was fixated with her sister's homicide. "I wound up in the medical clinic since I got so wrecked," she added. She said she had consistently admired Fawn. "I needed to be very much like her. She was my defender. At the point when exceptional hereditary parentage testing opened up, Kansas City police said it was excessively costly for them to utilize. However, in this year, the FBI started subsidizing the testing. Inside merely weeks, the case was tackled. On November 11th, police at last uncovered the personality of Fawn's executioner. It was her cousin, Donald Cox Jr. He had passed on from a medication glut in 2006. Since the demise was dubious, the clinical inspector had explored it and kept a blood test. As per Captain Caldwell in Upper East News, Fawn's folks were miserable, however feeling better. They said they had now and again contemplated whether Donald had killed her. Felisa let KCTV know that the news brought conclusion. The responses aren't dependably the thing we were requesting, however there's conclusion. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the updates.